Really? There's nothing to be scared of. What's on the silent? I read
Say
those.
98.
See, the same silence will cause you to get more violent. But the same danger will come to try it. So, after you think about it, is it still trying? Or do you wonder what's violent? The same danger that's smiling. See, I didn't try it. It really tried me because I was without. The same danger that put me placed there. The same anger. So that wasn't really trying. It wasn't called trying. It was called Deaf Eyes Violent. I really tried to think. But as I tried to think, it told me enough. Watch the sink. But at the same time, I still had to watch the sink. I really did. Because it was deaf and violent ears. So it became trying tears. At the same time, as giving me violent wills. Y'all know what's worse than that? Deaf ears. So I don't drink to that. At the same time, it's still washing the sink still. But you know what's worse than that? Quiet tears. And it begins here. Quiet fears. I think not.
What the hell, Gage?
Nah, let's go.
Beyond the show, there really is no music though. I ask not to quote. Beyond no feel. It's quiet years. Where you standing on deaf ears. You can try it. But the same violence becomes silent. There is no gun where it is hard. But one song will make that bullet warm in God's arms. So one silence will make you violent. That same sleep, but it's trying. As you wash your hands, you take a stand. But as a will, if you take a shower, you're a man. So one deaf ear can be a tip. The same silent ear can be eyes to hear. There's deaf ears at the same time as giving will. The same ears will cause you to be silent still. So I give you and I take away not body rock. But as you rock, pretend your money ain't the same as in you not. Same violence, same stop. Pretend or not. But if you stand, the quiet will pop. So at the same time as giving you silent stop, I'm giving you M as in not. But there's radio non-stop. What's better than that? For real? Ears pop.
Rock me, baby.
Oh, my closet is closed.
Aperta o play some beats.
At the same time, I don't create that. I really don't. I still can't sleep alone. See, you may clothe yourself in garments, but at the same time, it's an ornament. I may sleep in one garment, but it's closer to tears that become an ornament. So let me tell you what's worse than that. At the same time, I'm not standing. I'm just one man that is handed. At the same time, I'm giving you a hand. But one person ain't gonna stand. So I give you what is children stop as a pop. But one time, I don't make my hand drop. So that's same as here not. But I'll show you a quiet riot that won't stop. At the same time, I'm drinking my same coffee as Bud and Rock. So I'll tell you what's worse than smoking a cigarette and silent stop. At the same time, I'm open my dresser for stop. There's really no stop in bathroom nights. But at the same time, I'm still at the sink, washing the pot. It begins there, but it ends fair. So at the same time, I'm still there. But I got a cup of alcohol that's winter fresh over here. So at the same time, I'm giving you deaf and silent ears. But I bath and COMIC ears. So they're really silent fears. At the same time, the black know. But he's standing as he go beyond the show. There's really still not the no.
Some beats.
Something you ought to know. At one point in time, I was looking in the mirror blind. At one point in time, I was standing in sleep eyes. But there's laughter and sleep, straight up as heat. But I'll give you silent before I give you my grandma and violent. So there's Mother Nature and silent. I don't borrow before I pay back, and that's violent. At the same time, I'm wearing shoes about it. But at the same time, I'm wearing them pants with a belt behind it. That's worse than the whooping and the child behind it. I don't whoop my child, I get violent. At the same time, I hear her silence. So she can color a whole book about it. But while she color, she's seeing different neon rags about it. There's one out silent. Different ears, it may talk, but ain't violent. So at the same time, my mother, she ain't crying. But Courtney is, it ain't even a sign to violence. Beneath your tears are really acts about it. At the same time, she see a plate that ain't violent. Whole silence, it's a casket ears behind it. But the same tears will bring guitar years behind it. So I might play a game or watch TV, even violent. At the same time, I'm hearing my music without it. The same ears that's violent, laying down about it. But if I'm asleep, I'm standing, and it's violent. Same ears about it. I may give you soaking tears, but it's really none fear. As I really bleed blood over here, as the cold casket bring wheels. See, there's wisdom, non-stop tears. But at the same time, I'm still at the sink over here. In book ears, I open out a book tear. But at the same time, it's beneath and near. So that's when stop rhymes. but it's better than time. Cause you looking at a watch that say 8:20 and pine. So I'm seer, but it's the 23rd over here. Was deaf over ears, but it's quarter out and fear. But at the Constantine show, there is give or go. But I'm still standing in the projects where I slept at and became folk. So there really not no. If you fight, you still let whoa. But at the same time, you give and you go. That's a show. See, you might be eating a hamburger and still seeing Mama at his worst. Or you might pick up money at the same as seeing church. So when his deaf ears behind music, his drug ears behind new shit. So at the same time, you seeing a different nuisance. Same new shit. But at the same time, you seeing social media that's wearing pine behind. But at the same time, the Facebook ain't blind. It's just replying. So you may see Instagram and see Vanity bears. But at the same time, you seeing a stop in his airs. So I'm good at it. I become really a bad habit. But at the same time, I'm staying at it. And it's alphabetical, that's really habits. So I may see a G word, but at the end, I made it words. Same giving as giving words. Beginning, it got the purge. Same words. At the same time as watching TV, it's an I. There's near me. I don't speak. I just give word. At the same time, I'm seeing violence with nerve. So at the same time, I'm still in the sink washing the pot. My grandma, she still cook a hamburger and not. As her watching Law and Order just to stop. At the same time, she still at the table smoking a basic cigarette. Rock. But it was the basic. They came a cigarette and knots. At the same time, my daddy stopped. I may be in the same zero, but not. At the same time, I'm in the clubhouse that stopped. I made a store out my grandmama home, but it was torn. At the same time, I watching the hourglass as porn. So I might turn that hourglass over, but it's not looks that make it hover. At the same time, she still staring at the TV as over. But it's not really us. It's really pouring out. What's up? But at the same time, I'm staring at a book that it ain't blind not. Staring at words or real pops that is not. But killer stock, I look up and dice ain't not. It's a rock. So rock look, purge cook, but dialing shows dice words. As dialing birds, there's night word, but the silent is dice words. So I might still at a cut apple, but really dice words at it. At the same time, dice words ain't really a habit. It's the same dice that you roll, but it ain't a habit. But it's at the same time you cut a fruit back at it. So I might look to me and cause a bad habit. But at the same time, I'm still rolling the dice, looking at a habit. So that make it tragic. It still fire ears back at it. But at the same time, I roll them same dice. That's a tragic back at it. You should be scared of this 100. You may not fear of the vomit, but at the same time, I'm standing at the same coffee bean up on it. So as an opponent, I grasp a Garrett on it. But I grasp to stare at an opponent. So I might be drinking water and never fill up on it. But at the same time, I'm reading the Bible. There's honey. But what's worse than that, I talk up on it. At the same time, I'm still smoking a cigarette that's honey. So I may steal the news. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm a bone. So, you hear, but it's filth. At the same time, and it's real. So, you might be naked, but you know. At the same time, you really ought to feel. But that's really close out of here. Giving out, giving still. At the same time, you still staring out the ear. So that's a giving violence. But at the same time, it's out of here. You might give word to it, but you won't stay at the window. That's out of here. So at the same time, I'm working, and it's still here. But behind the story, it's still really very real. Book of Ages near. At the same time, it's still honey. But after years, you really give breath to tears. As the science die, but still a will. The death up out of here. But at the same time, it's trying out of tears. So, death is not honey. It's very strong in the stomach. But it's still deaf ears, honey. I may give you food for word, and even still a bird. But child story is child words as a bird. Still deaf ears, but unborn silent, real. So at the same time, I'm drinking coffee, but I'm drinking beer as it's real. But at the same time, it becomes a habit that's strong up out of here. That's why they call me Storm and Remy still. But at the same time, I'm staring at a habit that look even tragic. But a hospital that's giving, and that's a habit, look tragic. So I might give you working ears words that sound like a bird. But at the same time, I'm looking at a plate that's for the blind. Wait. It's still wait, but it's the funeral that it'll take. At the same time, I'm still staying at a wait, give or take. So I might be looking at the body, but the tragic is still a hobby. At the same time, it's a phone in it, and it's wobbly. At the stop it, watch it. So I give word to you, or nod it. At the same time, stop it. So I give you word, and start it. But at the same time, it's still steady word for your hobby. It's still communion, but really, the ties are human. At the same time, it's still communion.
Perfect.
You may be looking at Exodus, about the dust. Or you may speak Job over hush. It's really not a Bible story. It's a touch of glory. At the same time, you still acting about a story. So I'ma tell you free will, but I'll still be standing at Genesis still. At the same time, the 12 disciples is near. Pop over habit. The PAC added.
Very important thing, mate.
But at the same time, it's two that's tragic, real happy. So stop hearing about the tears. But it's really stop that make it real ears. So I may look with deaf ears eyes and took. But when I sleep, the mouth conversation look and still speak. There's quiet words, there's unspoken of. At the same time, I'm giving you a dream, there's love. It's still a word, but it's really spoken of. As give you auxiliary as love. So it's still aspiration, but it's invisible, intaken. But there was a prayer that was given in peon making.
Right side. Light this bitch
So
up.
I might still be staring at no will as your tears. But at the same time, I'm still opening up my dresser because you here. Okay, but let me tell you something that's even worse than brushing your teeth first. Washing your face in quiet water worse. I love to wait, but I do it, hear it first, as me shitting off over birth. That's giving them worse. Like watching radio shit, static. Already a static TV for the habit. But a static TV will give you all liberty. As tragic. That's here and after. Batted. I just combo between word of mean, but listen to your Bluetooth as the speed. That's word and beneath as give you a huddle movie, but that's scent. At the same time, you hearing scent as a story note event. But after tragic, there's a horror movie that's bit. So I don't give you two words that's silent and meant. But at the same time, I'm popping a peppermint about this shit. Damn, you took, but goddamn, I just put my pillow on this shit. At the same time, I'm staying in my cover that's bent. Another scent. But look, I make my bed up, but that's shook. Okay. At the same time, a clean room is really at a book that's took and sook. So you might stare at the TV, but you looking at my room that's booked. Or you might be staring at Cat Williams, that's even better than took. Another look. But the radio is giving took. At the same time, you sing a book. So at the same time, you still be standing while the song is a tragic or still a habit. word of the silent, but it's baddie. Another coffee addict. But at the same time, he woken up and sleep for a tragic that's behind addict. Real tragic. Another look at it. But as I smoke, I pop a peppermint and addict. That's a tragic. A whole Apple story, but it's addicts over tragic. If I still pop a peppermint, I'm right back at it. Another habit. My mother, I don't know. At the same time, I'm still hearing the same song. But as charm, I don't really see a phone. I see a story that's told wrong. At the same, I'm popping a peppermint, but I ain't even blind. That's blind. But at the same time, I'm standing at felines, lying. Okay. But at the same time, it was Reebok that was replying. Another like a story, but it's way behind. So I'm still standing at Jordans, but in the red sign. Just another Nike check, and Eastside blind. But at the same time, I'm still standing blue in behind. At the same time, I'm still in that sleep that's behind. So it's still a Saturday morning replying. But at the same time, it's still Sunday morning in behind. So that's another calendar day that's way behind. At the same time, I'm staying at Wednesday and Monday. That's blind. So it might be another story that's took it. That's even behind. But you might think it's darkness and start even replying. This conversation blind, but at the same time, it's pouring without. So that's staring night at a glass house, but it look like out. So at the same time, it still be weed behind it. As a given tree that's blinded. But look at it, it's still poetry for behind it. So you might be staring at a tree, but you looking at a sand beneath that's behind a tree, another need. I'm still took. But at the same time, really book, not took. Goddamn, I open my dresser door books. But at the same time, I'm still writing the words that's blinded about it.
Dark side.
As giving you a tronic. But it hypnotic is the same word about it. As you staying near the bill and drinking gin, or at it. But let me tell you what's worse than that. It's even silent, but book about it. At the same time, you stand in a casket in the eye that's violent, that's worse to sleep about it. But look at that. A pillow back up at it. But at the same time, I still got leg behind it. So you may be staring at a horse, but took up at it. At the same time, I'm still wiping my ass on the toilet about it. That's giving silence. But at the same time, I'm still at the bathroom. That's about it. Looking at the same chick and still eating a plate behind it. So I don't give you food before I even give you violence. But you looking at a purple chick that act in violence, a giving trying. But I'll give you violence as purple word behind it. But it's still midnight blue, a crip new behind it. Another silence. So it may be red, it may be green behind it. But at the same time, you a pyro and I'm another truth behind it. That is violent. At the same time, you still talking, but death is about it. You may stare yourself in the mirror and dark is really island. But I don't give you news, nor a newspaper that is violent. I give you my friends and bring them up as Greek word, as a win behind it. So you might be staring at another situation, but it's even trying. As you staring at your kids and walk another win about it. Another trying, same giving about it. Another symphony, same work about it. But I tell you, another scream that's even scream about it. I'm staring my cereal in the silence about it. Cereal that's worth well to hide it. Same tragic, but I'll smoke a cigarette like this about it.
El amor no se elige, te elige. Un día te das cuenta que no soportas vivir sin ella, que cuando estás con ella piensas que dentro de un rato ella se irá, y la besas con tanta pasión como si ese beso fuese a parar el tiempo o a darte más minutos con ella. El amor ya te escogió y tú tienes que dejarte llevar.
It's trial. I open a book about it. At the same time, it's still silent. But I'm still brushing my teeth as I hide it. So, I don't care if you stare at my words and bow. But at the same time, I'm giving you another style that's real bow. So you may be staring the same stares about it. At the same time, you hear a louder word about it. I don't steal. I just keep tragic as another wheel. At the same time, you riding down the street, but you ill. Another sick and pill. It's the same word, but it's behind another L. At the same time, I did this. About the tears. Up out of here. At the same time, it's a coffee beer up here. I'm still staring at the corn bean that's near. But my grandma, she do make cornbread and so about it here. But at the same time, it's still sherbet that's in my ear. So I still hear, but it's alcohol scent that's near. At the same time, I'm looking at a natural headache here. So another ear is by ear, but same over here. While you staring at your dream, I'm still near, behind your tear. There's another sleep behind here. Even Saturday night, it lives. But the same Saturday night as the story was a week behind the mic. Another fight. So you may give another story, but still staring at your Saturday night. Same reason why they preach and bite, as it's trite. The same mic behind your rights. Another giving and bite. It's another ending after right. The same hallway that's looking twice. Another bite. Bite. Behind that, no story that's right. But giving words is even a cappella and right. Another fight. At the same time, it's nonsense. But whole mind. But I'm gonna tell you what really blind. The conversation does not. Like I said, I'll tell you what's blind. But the conversation does not. So I might give you 9 words and a type of urge. At the same time, I'm getting eagle as word. So I might be sparing an eagle as birds. But at the same time, you still hearing that eagle standing. So was bad than bad habits. But at the same time, he's still drinking that coffee. So it's different ills, but a tragedy. At the same time, it's still voice on an eagle. That's a habit. So what's birds with eagle that soar words? But at the same time, it's still soar birds. So you may be drinking that milk as soy and think milk. But at the same time, it's cornbread here. So I may give you a different habit. The same trend, but it's hell and heaven added. So the same means the same cloud. The dark noise, it make loud. But that's the same silent mind about it. So you may be asleep in your bed and neat. But at the same time, you still dreaming about me. So there's the same ego without it. Afterwards, it may happen. But at the same time, there still is a ritual about it. It's the same ritual that made it a habit that looked like a tragedy, but someone singing it better at it. See, it's a song that you know, but at the same mind and hear and go. But at the same time, you in your same plate with it though. So it's a tragic but it's a dream that's added. The same ego of an ego is fatty, but at the same time, you're still hearing at it. So I may drink my coffee as words, but it's bold that a story, touch, and words. But at the same time, it's a tale behind the folktale line. At the same end. See, there was a silent moon at the same time, but it was darkness and dust that was blind. At the same time as giving you deaf ears wine. So I told you, it's wine, and it'll be another swine. But as a swine, you'll swim at an ocean blind. So that's way behind. See, you may be staring at the chicken, but looking at semi-licking. Licking, it's up against it, but at the same semi-sentence. So I may smoke my cigarette and give you a better hat, but it's the same batter that chatter with acts, different facts. So I may look at the same word, and this'll be urge, but I'm the same giving tragic that look back at it and in at it. At the same time of giving you a real factor, but it may be beyond words, as staring skate boots at a bird. But at the same time, I'm still staring at sunshine at it. A different tragic. So I may have a girlfriend, but she's still at it. At the same time, I'm staring a booth habit, but it's still music that's playing. Without it, an addict. Different tragic. So I may be in school, but I'm still words. As English as a bird that's giving you social studies learn. But I'm still staring the page at the book that's went at it. A different tragic. I may stare money as a blind word. Use it as a bird, as solid told words. But the mind is belief and really added. But it's a tragic. That's a math at it. A given factor. So at the same time, you staring at a casket, but giving eyes that's up at it. But at the same time, I'm doing up at it. Like tragics. So I may give you words. I may give you a whole story that is turned. But at the same time, I still didn't stare this book and turn at the tragic. I stared at the same habit that's tragic. See, it's Pepsi that believe, but real Coke freeze under and at the speed. But as I open my dresser, I really do need. I may be staring at a book with closed-minded looks, but it's a cold-minded look. At the same time as barbecue took, that's a cold-minded look. See, my uncle died, but I was still riding that bike blind. At the same given time of going down the hill, blind. So I'll give you same time as sharing pat words that really rhyme. But at the given time, it was a house on fire that was really a lie. At the same given time, it's a parasite that's blind. But I'm still staring at the moon, blindsided. Giving you a word up at it, but it's still blindsided. So, my grandma, she's still staring at the same basic cigarette that she's smoking. But the basic cigarette is open. That's even open. But the caset's spoken. At the same time, it's her drinking her coffee on it. And my daddy, gasoline pants on it. But I told you. That's one more word from single sold you. So a single bold you, but at the same time, it's a run-on sentence that told you. So I give you old you. Old news to bold news. But at the same time, it's still Justin Johnson on it. Bold news. That's up on it. So I may be in the 5th grade and still in the moment. But at the same time, I'm still at school and it's honey. But one word to another. So my mama may be staring at what's honey. But at the same time, she's staring at an ego that's honey. Word stomach. I may be saying it, but it's zero to translate. At the same time, it's looking at ego in my stomach. That's really honey. So I may but really, I'm gonna give you a spoken word that's honey. Real story. I'll give you blue words as well as Latin words. But the Latin, the book hurt. But at the same time, I'm staring at a sentence that's really Al Capone blind. Giving you a red moon that touch. Real red. That's blind. So it might be purple said B. And it might be $1 million to me. But at the same time, I'm giving you 48 bars for BAN plan. At the same time, it's BAND S to me. But that's bands over mint and piano really C. The same bandana for me, but really pink in words. At the same time of using my hand and splurge. Same peaked nerves. But look at that. I'm standing at the same burrito that's being heated up at the rack. Really bad. But at the same time, I'm staring at the cartoon. That even staring at the cartoon back. And it ain't even a shit. At the same time of you being Pee-wee understanding about a bitch. Real rich, but at the same time it's mint. So I just gave you a kiss. As jazz and blues is rich. But at the same time, I'm still in my same boat about the shit. So really, I'm giving you a other Noah that's really bored. But it's Moses that's spoken of it and heard of it. So it's Job about the story that's telling you Jeremiah the purge of it. At the same time, I'm staring you a story at the bird of it. So I'm still sleep at the same time as heat. That's really so words out of neat. Speak. Exodus 3:15. As giving you really Job about the sin. Now, what's really gonna bother you is Job sin. At the same time, 10 Commandments was being and brain. But the scary movement, it was sin. So, you may be staying at Revelation words, but in a number, there's Psalms and Proverbs. But at the same time, it's giving Proverbs, story unheard. At the same time, it's 3:15 that's words that make the Bible urge. So at the same time, I may give you another story that's blind, but at the same time, it's gothic noise. It's really replying. At the same time, it's blind. So book replying, the Bible may speak of mine, but at the same time, it's a story that was blind. A given sign. Another house that's blind. The same word, but eyesight as rhyme. Applying. But play time is over. Dying. I may give you sleep, but I may give you eyesight that keeps. Another whisper word that reaps. The same harvest for me. At the same time, lighter speak. Coffee beat. Like be beyond me. But at the same time, it's highly spoken of, you see? So it might be another poem straight up about the harm. But at straight up, it's coffee snoring. It's coffee snoring and boring. But at the same time, it's a story told that's giving you old and bold. But it's really Proverbs that's really speaking, that's told, that's wordable. But real talk, I don't speak, I just lay down and heat. At the same time, let's give you a story that creeps another reap. But no harvest words. At the same time, a drinking coffee that's urge. Real words, but at the same time, I'm staying at a hamburger with page. Staying at another age. But giving you a bold taste that's really paid over age. Another word of age. Same bird, but different page. I told you another smoothness that was blind. But what was even blinder is SMOOTH that make it about it. The same book that's smooth about it. But at the same time, I'm smelling a gas that's way up behind it. So when I give you smooth, I give you a spell, but another smell about it. The same gas line that was by it. Different tragic. But it's tragic and ego that's about it. That's a different silence. Straight ego about it. But at the same time, sound words about it. The same Jehovah that's about it. But different pillow, that's a tragic. Different habit. But look, one word shook. That's one word that's look. Papa, no, that's book. But at the same time, I'm giving you Yogi Bear and Flintstone Air and giving time that's rare. At the same time, I'm giving you the Boondocks and Inuyasha pair. But at the same time, Casper words. Giving you another bold that's words. At the same time, still staying in school and words. Book, turd. Oh, shit. Look, words. I come through. Book, heard. At the same time, I'm giving you sleep that's really book turds. So, look. I may be looking at one hook, but at the same time, it's giving you looks. At the same time, it's blind shook. At the same time, deaf ears heard. But it was really shocked the world with birds. I just looked, but the sunshine took another dim that's booked. Now you shook. One word, that look.